Okay, the card game Kickstarter is finally here. What you're seeing are images of the test deck. This is a deck that people have seen me carrying around at conventions, but it does not have the final art. This is the one with the original art. The only art that's going to continue through is that last little picture there of Griswold. These are examples of all the different cards in the game. And these are the examples of my art. This is an example of a hand and a player playing the game, and a choice of drawing from the draw pile, seeing which card we have, looking at our hand to see what we can do with it, and deciding that all we have that we want to get rid of is play the chaos card. That'll give our hand to the person next to us, and we may not get a hand. And this is the control card that controls the state and flow of play. These are the rules and quick start and so forth. This is a screenshot of all the new initial design art in the new template. That's the final art of the archers, final for disease, final for the dragon, final for lost in a portal, final for lost in a jungle, final for the ogre, final for shipwrecked, then the initial for the wizard, final for the wizard, and the wizard in the frame for the card, and then the follow me card with the frame. Now that I've explained everything for those that have played this game at various conventions, let's get into what this game is. Follow Me and Die, the card game, is inspired by situations from role-playing games and role-playing game tropes, mostly D&D. The game is for 2 to 6 players. Each player builds an army and uses monster or situation cards to attack their opponents while they improve their own forces. The biggest army at the end of the game wins. The game has been in the works since January of 2018 and had 3 playtests before GaryCon 2018, also called GaryCon 10, and we played it over 30 times at GaryCon 10, and the rules were revised to essentially their current form. Subsequent playtests occurred at other conventions: Marmalade Dog in Kalamazoo, Michigan, Grand Con in Grand Rapids, Michigan, Yukon in Ann Arbor, Michigan, the homes at each of my brothers, the same round of conventions again in 2019, an interruption in convention testing until after COVID. Playtesting resumed at conventions in 2022 with GaryCon, Marmalade Dog, and Yukon, and continued in following years. We identified, I believe, all the edge cases and rules clarifications were made, and the game has had minor tweaks and adjustments, the last change being that some cards have things they can do in special cases, and those are all indicated on each of the cards. The game is complete. The art is coming in. We have all of the initial design art for the cards, and of the 40 art pieces, 9 final pieces are done. The art is on track to be completed by the end of the 30 days of the run, or there's the wiggle room of the 2 weeks it would take for the funding to be delivered after completion. The editing of the rules is underway with a professional editor. It is likewise scheduled to be done at the end of the 30 days of the Kickstarter run, again with the 2 weeks while we wait for the disbursement of the monies as a pad. The fulfillment will be through drive-through cards. The user will pay the shipping when they redeem their reward codes. So this should be short and sweet and to the point. I am currently working on getting the initial art into a form where I can submit for a test deck that I will show in an update on the Kickstarter. And I have a copy of the template that as final art comes in, I am putting the final pieces in place so that once I get the final art, I can drop it all in place, make sure it looks good, and send off for a proof deck. And as soon as the proof deck looks good, I can make it go live so that everybody has their reward codes that they can redeem. The cards will come packed in a plastic bag because that's just how Drive-Thru Cards does it. And I have decided that for the base level of the Kickstarter, it will use the plastic clip box. So it's basically a plastic box that clips shut. It will hold the cards, keep them safe. So those that really want a cardboard box with the art on it and such, spread the word and let's hit the stretch goal for that. What do you get? There will be a deck of 130 cards. It has a professional layout template, new professional art. The cards include quick rules and cheat sheet cards. There's the plastic latching box from Drive-Thru Cards, and there's a PDF of the rules that will list the play testers, and when we complete the Kickstarter, we'll list all the backers. That set of rules is undergoing professional editing and proofreading. That will make it very easy to update with additions or corrections as needed, and there will be a note of permission to print for personal use to play the game. The 130 cards are composed of one copyright card, one quick rules card, one cheat sheet, 2 cards that explain the different types of cards, one icon explanation card that explains all the icons on the cards, one control card. This is the Follow Me and Die card, and it controls the state of play and signals the end of the game. 4 Follow Me cards, 7 Chaos cards, 20 Adventurer cards, 5 each of the classic 4 classes of Priest, Thief, Warrior, and Wizard, 15 Officer cards, 5 each of Lieutenant, Captain, and General, 50 Troop cards, which is 10 each of Archers, Artillery, Cavalry, Infantry, and Sappers. Then there are 17 unique event cards and 10 unique monster cards. Thank you for taking the time to watch my video about the Kickstarter. You can see more details and get more information reading the Kickstarter page. An overview of the rules is presented there so you can see how to play the game. As we proceed through the 30 days of the Kickstarter, more questions will be clarified and rules will be shared for backers when those are edited, and progress on the final art will be in the updates, and just every step along the way we're going to keep you in the loop. If you have any questions whatsoever, please ask them in the comments and they will be answered in the comments and, if necessary, added to the FAQ. Again, thank you very much for your time, and as always, game on.
Let's do what Grandpa says.